This coffee's cold. So that's that interesting part of that is that the girl that freaking I would consider that's why I'm saying it's like it's just really interesting that freaking the girl that brought me out to California, that was around about the same time period, but I don't think it was the same day as me being with the fuck is his name? David Lee. When he introduced me to Robert Lee Ashley. On that same fucking block where my parents ended up fucking living. Just like the girl that picked me up. That wasn't fucking Nicole Perez. That was Jessica Tone. T-O-H-N. Now, I don't know what her last name was, but when I seen the fucking girl and I seen the fucking birthmarks, I said, holy shit, that's the fucking girl. And she looks a whole lot. And the day that she picked me up, she had the fucking hairstyle that fucking Nicole Perez was kind of quirky wearing. Quirky, whatever, stylish, whatever the fuck you want to consider it. The only girl that I met that wore fucking hair like that the day that I met them was fucking Nicole Perez. And let's not forget about the fucking handgun. The police issued Suffolk County Glock 9. Wow. 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 So after Paul Flores confesses to me what he did to Kristen Smart, this is a year after what he did to Kristen Smart. Right before I got my car back from the shop of the car when I backed into the fucking wall. That was right before I got the fucking car back. Guaranteed. Because it took him about fucking 7 or 8 months. 6 to 8 months to fucking fix that car. And I find it interesting that, about fucking... So I get the car back fucking... So that's, that's just before freaking... Got into the accident right before November. Thanksgiving. So, November. December, January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, okay. So that makes about sense because I got the car back on the very fucking, pretty much like the very last few days of school. I got my car back like 2 days or 3 days before fucking school was brought to an end in 10th grade. Because I got into the accident right there in November of 96. So that's the whole freaking point. It's like at that point I'm being brought to the location where Kristen Smart passed away. And Paul Flores is confessing this to me, which then I'm saying to myself, it's the things that he said about setting me up, setting my family up, which was also his family, and a whole bunch of other families up, all with this girl's passing. Okay? And I'm thinking I did the right thing. I wrote a witness statement. What the fuck would I have done if I would have killed him? At that point, he was already fucking setting up everybody. Wouldn't have brought the fucking girl back. He was already setting up everybody. Not exactly 100% certain that any of this was real. But I went down and fucking, after bumping into people that were supposedly looking for this girl named fucking Kristen Smart that disappeared a year prior, fucking went down to the sheriff's department, fucking wrote a statement. But then the statement, oh, we're not going to accept the statement unless you're willing to write a witness protection, sign a witness protection form. But then when I sign the witness protection form, that masks my name, my fucking information from being looked up, you know, then fucking my bank accounts, even from myself it seems, fucking, because my bank account was started fucking about a year prior. Around about the same time, I'm guessing fucking Kristen Smart was being murdered over in California. My bank account's being set up in fucking New York. With the retina scan, you know, the palm print, the fucking blood. Wow. Fucking wow. Fucking wow. Oh, man, I can't even freaking... I can't sit that way. My arm's broken this way. This is freaking crazy, man. This is fucking crazy, man. My arm is fractured. It's broken. So, back to what I was saying. I don't understand. How the fuck is it that I can sit up in this fucking position, but I can't fucking sit up in the chair leans back too far in the other... I have no idea. Look, this is the way I can fucking see the camera and the camera can see me, right? So, So the point being is that, where the fuck else? What else? Oh, okay. So then, wow, man. I mean, what doesn't happen? It's like, so after the concert gets blown up, and I'm back in fucking, you know, I'm still in the fucking, you know, they let me out, and then I go see Sean, and then freaking, I come out of that, and then all of a sudden my house gets shot at, and then freaking, you know, Sean passes away, and then freaking a few more months go by, and freaking, all of a sudden my fucking credit card fucking goes missing. It gets magically changed to an address down in Florida, which nobody gives me the address to. Go down to the fucking, I even hate saying that, SSA building, only to fucking, for them to turn around and call the fucking people, and they're giving them bullshit too, saying, oh, well, we can't tell them the address that, you know, the card's at, blah, 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 blah. You know, and then, I miss going down to Florida that year, because I don't even want to go near Florida at that point, because of fucking nobody telling me where the fuck is this credit card that's magically been moved down to Florida without my consent, even though they told me that it was moved there with my consent. Wow. "2018 comes and goes. 2019, because that's 2018. And then 2019, oh, and there's also the Karen Phillips thing. You know, it's funny how the credit card thing happened right after I fired Karen Phillips, where she's telling me that my house being shot at is not a priority. It has nothing to do with my mental health. Turns out Karen Phillips was fucking Alfredo Flores' dead grandma, a.k.a. Tupac's deceased mama. You know, I got this, like, particular fucking thing about fighting dead people at this point, you know? So, you know, it's really funny how the credit card thing happens right after I fire Karen Phillips. And what was the first time I met Karen Phillips that I thought was Karen Phillips? That was with Gene Hennessy, right after I fired Gene Hennessy, when I was living over on Granny Road, where they found all those bodies. Yeah. The same place that fucking years prior, my supposed cousin Rainey died. Wow. 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 The same place where magically fucking I almost get fucking because of this jerk off Daryl, whose father's name is Frank. Which is so interesting. I'll get to that in a second. Let me just back this up to Karen Phillips. After firing Gene Hennessy, Karen Phillips and Gene Hennessy hunt me down at the back of a church. I say, how the fuck did you guys fire me? Oh, well, we traced your phone. Oh, you traced my phone. Oh, do you remember anything about the contracts? Good, because then we'd have to kill you now. you know, whether that was a or not, it does not. You know what? At this point, it's like I was being drugged out of my fucking mind, too. Poisoned. This is right before. Because then all of a sudden, magically, I get sanctioned from DSS. And there's a fucking foot of snow on the ground. I can't go back to fucking Matt's house, because Matt moved at that point to get the fuck away from Daryl. And then magically, fucking Daryl ends up fucking staying around Matt's house. And what's even more magical is the night of my cousin's wedding. My cousin heard about what the fuck took place, probably from me. I'm not going to go back into details about this. About how, you know, like, literally, like, 30 fucking black guys come up to a fucking park because fucking Daryl thought it was funny to insult this little black kid, who I thought it was pretty funny, man, because I said, oh, look at this, he's like the Holy Ghost, because he was wearing a fucking, a freaking t-shirt down to his ankles. But still in all, like, fucking Daryl was saying other shit about the kid's bike and shit. And I'm like, you know, you're a real asshole. You know that? That's why I'm saying. It's like I made a joke calling the kid the Holy Ghost. But either way, 30 black kids fucking show up. At least one of the black kids has some fucking common sense. Not to mention fucking holy shit. My cousin hears about this. Says, Anthony, maybe you need a fucking gun. And I said, well, I already got in trouble for fucking having a gun. And I'm not allowed to own guns. But I'm thinking about it. Because it seems like they put me so far down. A telephone was a 2.5 fucking hour walk from me. Okay? A payphone was a 2.5 hour fucking walk at that point. And you know what's really funny? Is that the fucking woman who was my caseworker, who ended up getting me a cell phone from Radio Shack. Wow. Wow. Before she left, she goes, I don't understand how they don't fucking approve you. In your situation, they have never denied anybody a fucking cell phone in your situation. Where there's literally no fucking phone that you could use for a fucking 2 hour, not 2 miles, 2.5 hour walk from where you are. What was I just saying about the freaking the other thing before fucking I went back into the Karen Phillips thing? Which wasn't Karen Phillips. It was fucking Tupac's deceased mama. A.K.A. Well, actually, she wasn't deceased yet. No. Tupac's mama magically deceased 10 months or so right before I ended up in the fucking mental hospital. Right around about... That was right around about the time that fucking the Dylan Roof fucking thing popped off. Yeah. Yeah. A little close to it. A little after. Yeah. 10 months prior to me being thrown in a fucking mental hospital. Yeah. Yeah. Tupac's mom magically dies. And then, you know, let's not forget that, you know, she comes back to life as fucking Alfredo Flores' dead grandma, who then dies and becomes Alfredo Flores' dead fucking grandma. And you know how I know that? Because I've seen the fucking picture. I said, holy shit, I was right there. Years back. Wow, man. Everybody versed one fucking guy. Wow. 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 Fucking wow. Before Sean passes away, he starts reading me things that should be in my fucking cousin's paperwork. And he starts reading all this shit about my mother molesting me. I was like, my mother never molested me. What the fuck are you talking about? No, I never even fucking... That's not even a fucking lie I would make up. That's just, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, I see that you used to get abused by, you used to get hit in the head with things and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, by my mother? No. No. But you know, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, no. Whole thing's fucking wow. Whole thing's wow. Whole thing is fucking wow. Because it just seems like when I met some of these big people, that's why just recently a few other stories pop up, and that's when I really started wondering to myself. And then my friend, I guess my friend was wondering too, because that's when she sent me the fucking picture of David Lee. And when I seen the picture of David Lee, I said, holy fucking crap, this looks like the fucking kid that's in so many of these stories pulling little dumb fucking side shit trying to get me fucking offed. It's just really funny how people would come up to me, and it seems like they weren't even getting the fucking full story of things that they were coming up to me for. So, somewhere along the line, some sort of fucking intelligence was being fucking miscommunicated on purpose. All the fucking time. All the time. You know, and no offense, but it really did. It fucked me up in the head. I am fucked up in my head. There is no doubt I am fucked up in my head. I am living in a house that there was no other option. None of the fucking realtor people that I was calling at the time, which I was calling quite a bit, nobody called me back. But I get a magical fucking phone call from a woman named Valerie Richardson. And she's got this wonderful place. It's got a deck outside, the dog, you know, you can have the dog there, and nobody's taking the dog. I can't even, at that point, as much as I loved the dog, and the dog was crazy at the time, my little baby Naya, which is so fucking messed up when I say the name Naya. Because, guess who? Naya was the name of the little girl that lived in the fucking house where I used to see XXX Tentacion coming out of all the fucking time. So they'd be screaming for Naya to come home, the little girl, and I'd be screaming sometimes for my fucking dog Naya to come home. Naya, New York Alpha. Because that little wonderful pup was just like every other fucking dog I had. They wouldn't, I mean, she really wouldn't fucking back down. She was a stubborn dog. But she fucking, thank God. And I miss her. I miss my dog. I miss Naya. I miss Remy. Remy getting hit by the fucking car on September 3rd, before my birthday, fucking hours before my birthday, as I'm going to pick up my paycheck, so that I could get the fucking dog flea dipped, so that I could bring her in the fucking truck that I bought from the dealership with no fucking money down, where the dealer actually pulled out money of his pocket to help me, and I never got fucking paid that man back. Because no matter how many times I went looking for a fucking job, I couldn't find a fucking job. Well, the applications that I was filling out online, fucking magically, nobody could find. They were all missing. They were all gone. I must have filled out fucking at least 50. Or better. Nobody called me back. Wow. Wow. Even then, my friends calling me on the phone, leaving me, Anthony, why weren't you at this party? We were trying to call you. There was people there. They wanted to meet you, blah, 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 blah. There was a girl there that we wanted to introduce you to. There was this there. There was fucking, why didn't you come smoke with us? Why didn't you do this? Because I didn't get none of your fucking messages. Why didn't you call me back? Well, fucking, we didn't get your messages. And this went on and 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 on. But you know what? When I walked back into my old job and said, can I please have my job back? I mean, I left on good terms. It wasn't, but at that point, they fired everybody in the fucking office. Everybody. What, 20-something plus fucking people? Maybe more? They were like, yeah, sure. We've been calling you for months. Why haven't you returned any of our calls, Aunt? I'm like, because I didn't get no messages. The same thing that caused me to go get the fucking cell phone in the first place, because of the arguments and fights that me and my mother were getting in, where my job was supposedly calling, leaving messages, and my mother was not giving phone calls to me. So I went out and got a cell phone. This was before I got the other job, which was similar to the first job that started the arguments between me and my mother. So this was going on throughout 2 different jobs. And I thought they were fucking a little crazy. They probably thought I was crazy. What's the fucking sense of fucking arguing with these guys? They're giving me my job back. Fucking fine. I'm sorry I didn't return your phone calls. Blah, blah, blah. But it was, I didn't get no fucking phone calls. I was fucking starving, living in my goddamn... Of course I would take my fucking job back. Thank you so much for offering. I actually need it right now. Wow. 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 And then there's the magical good news that after all these years, I got Section 8. And from losing my fucking second Mustang, convertible that was on fire, that fucking the dealership did not take back. Or the cops didn't show up to make a fucking police report. The dealership didn't fucking take the goddamn car back right away and fix the fucking problem. A fucking dude somehow managed to get into my fucking locked car, even though I was talking with this motherfucker. I know that the car was locked. But there's no argument about that. The argument is that fucking, while he was probably stealing the fucking money, he drops his fucking wallet in the fucking car. The car was locked. How the fuck did he get in the car? Unless, of course, maybe he had a fucking spare key from the dealership, right? But it doesn't matter. The cops show up. I tell them, look, man, the motherfucker, I was hanging out with him the other night, blah, blah, blah. But the bottom line is that fucking, you know, my money went fucking missing. And no offense, but fucking his wallet's in the fucking car. I'm saying to my fucking self, yo, look, man, he dropped the fucking wallet. He probably, when he was stealing money, I want my money back. They made me give him back his wallet. Told me they were going to arrest me. Right. This was after the car being on fire. Having no brakes and them never showing up. Two different stories. Beginning of fucking owning the car. And then I bring the fucking car back. After going down to see my mom and dad for a day and a half, 2 days. That's what I could tolerate at that point, because I don't know why I was being fucking screamed and yelled at all the fucking day long. So I left. I said, fuck it. Then fuck it, you know? Oh, I can't come live down here. It's like, do you understand? There's crazy shit going on up there, blah, blah, blah. But you want to know something? But you know who came to live with my mom and dad? My brother Joey. My brother Joey. Wow. What a wonderful fucking character piece of shit that was. And I'm not even at 2019 yet. That's the whole fucking point. It's like, wow, man. Wow, man. Wow, man. Wow, man. The car. I go, finally, a month later, close to a month later, not even a month later, I bring the fucking car back. Bring the fucking car back and say, can I please trade this car in that I just laid out $7,000 plus? And they give me 2 cars to pick from. Both of these cars were owned by the Kardashian-Jenner clan. The car that I chose, because it was an even swap until I picked that car. When I picked that car, that's when I was told, oh, I have to come up with another $800. So the only car that I really had to choose from was the Cougar that Chris, Chris, the mom, got as a gift back then. That she hated that fucking car. And I could see why. The other car had Kim's ragdoll in it, in the trunk. And I said, where the fuck have I, when I seen it that day at the dealership when I was checking out the cars. I said, holy fucking shit. I said, I've seen this before. I'm like, what a creepy little fucking thing. Yeah, that was the fucking doll that Kim lost. Sorry, Kim. I don't mean to call your doll creepy. I honestly, it's, you know what? Let's not go into the whole turning me into a meatball thing, okay? Love you. You know, it's like, and then, wow, so much shit. It's just so much. Not to mention that the other dealership was telling me I had AAA credit, and then I fucking didn't even remember the fucking bank account that I was shown that I thought was fake until I actually remembered creating the fucking bank account not so long ago. Which actually was created when I was fucking a year prior to fucking Kristen Smart dying. Wow. Wow. Yeah. 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 Wow. Fucking wow. That's why I find it just so interesting. The whole fucking thing, right? So, you know, it's like the place that I lived before I lived here. It's like this guy fucking Emilio Martinez takes out a fucking order of protection against me. And that's when I started realizing, holy shit, this motherfucker is the same motherfucker that told me he was a fucking cannibal back when I was 15 years old. 14, 15 years old. Actually, I was 50. I had a car at the time. Maybe even a little bit older than 15 because I think my car was fucking painted. Wow. Fucking wow. Wow. My friend Mike Longboat, who lived across the street of, I think it was 399 Smithtown Boulevard, apartment 11. He lived across the street in the other apartments. This kid sees finally what fucking Emilio Martinez is pulling with me, the superintendent of the building. He goes, Anthony, fuck that. He goes, you know something? He goes, I thought you were fucking crazy until I seen it for myself now. He's like, what the fuck is his problem with you? I'm like, I have no idea. Because at the time, I didn't realize that fucking Emilio Martinez was the motherfucker that told me he is fucking